Hello everybody. Today we are going to discuss about super keyword. Okay, one of the topics is super keyword. Previously we have discussed about what is inheritance, what is a superclass, subclass. Okay, so we have also seen some sample programs on inheritance. And also we have discussed about what are the access specifiers in Java. So today's topic is super keyword. Yeah, so if we go into the details of super, so we'll see where super keyword we use in inheritance. So whenever a subclass needs to refer to its immediate superclass, it can do so by using keyword super. Super means we are referring it to superclass because there is a chance that subclass may inherit the properties of superclass. So subclass and superclass share the properties. So if we want to differentiate that we want to access superclass object or superclass members, we can use the keyword super. So that super means it's referring to its immediate superclass. So super keyword has two general uses. So why we use superclass? First one is to call superclass constructor. Second one is to access a member of superclass that is hidden by a member of subclass. Okay, so we use superclass. If you want to call superclass constructor, you can use the keyword super. And also, if you want to access the members of superclass, also you can use super keyword. So we'll see now how to call superclass constructors. So a subclass can call a constructor method defined by its superclass as follows. So how can we call? By using super parameters list. So you need to use super and rest of it, what are the parameters you want to pass to that constructor, we need to mention. So parameter list specifies any parameter needed by the constructor in the superclass. So super must always be the first statement executed inside a constructor of subclass. So first, anytime if you use super keyword, that means we are referring it to superclass members or objects. What happens as soon as the in the main method, what happens first, the super constructor is called, then the subclass constructors are called. So constructors are not inherited even though they have public visibility. Okay, there is a restriction that constructors are not inherited even though they have public visibility. Yet, we often want to use the parents constructor to set up the parents part of the object. So, to initialize any uh, variables of parent class, we use super keyword. The super reference can be used to refer to the parent class and often is used to invoke the parents constructor. So, whenever you want to access parents class object, or if you want to call superclass constructor, so anything you want to deal with superclass objects, we need to use the keyword super. Super means it's referring to superclass, that is immediate class. immediate superclass. So super keyword is used to construct the instance variables of both the superclass and subclass. Okay. So it is used to construct the instance variables of both superclass and subclass. And it uses the keyword super to involve the constructor method of the superclass. Okay. We use super keyword to call superclass constructor. To call superclass constructor, the keyword super is used subject to the following conditions. There are some restrictions if you want to use super keyword. Super may only be used within a subclass constructor method. So where we need to use super? It's not in superclass. We use in subclass constructor method. Okay. Super may only be used within a subclass constructor. The call to the superclass constructor must appear as the first statement within the subclass constructor. So, in the subclass constructor, what is the first statement we see? We see super keyword. That means first we have to call the superclass constructor. Then only subclass constructor is called. The parameters in the super call must match the order and type of the instance variables declared in the superclass. So, super is about superclass, your parent class. Okay, whatever parameters we pass to the super constructor should match the order and type of instance variable declared in the superclass. So, we are calling that superclass constructor. So it should definitely match the order and the instance variables declared in the superclass. So if you see the superclass constructor example, we see one example here, that is a class is box. So it has three properties: width, height, depth. All are private variables and of type double. And here we are using constructor clone of one object. That means we are passing object to constructor. Okay, that means we are passing object to constructor means we are passing, we are now initializing all the properties of an object, that is width, height, depth. All together we are passing it to the constructor. Okay, so instead of passing say box of int width, double width, comma double height, comma double depth, we are passing the whole object. Okay, box object we are passing and we are initializing it. Okay, ob dot width is equal to the instance variable width. So of that particular object's values are initialized to instance variables width, height, depth. So here constructor used when all dimensions specified. There is one more constructor, box. As I told you, this is also constructor. It takes the individual values: double width, double height, double d. Okay, what are the double w? What are the parameters we passed? W, h, d. So w is assigned to instance variable width, h is assigned to height, instance variable height, d is assigned to instance variable depth. So constructor used when no dimensions specified. See here, this is like what you call overloaded constructor. Okay, in the first time in the constructor box we have passed box object. Here in the second constructor we have passed three variables, and in the third one, that is default constructor. box. So use -1 to indicate an uninitialized box. Okay, that means nothing is initialized here. So instead of writing width is equal -1, height is equal -1, depth is equal -1, you can just write nothing. Okay, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't initialize any value. One more constructor we have used is box double length. So we have used here another constructor which takes only length as a parameter. So this constructor is used for creating a cube. So here a cube has width, height, depth, all are equal to, all are same. So length is equal to that whatever we are passing, that parameter is assigned to depth, height, width. Okay, 3 parameters are assigned the same value. So here there is a method called volume. What it will return? It will return double value. So what it calculates? Width, height, depth. Okay, that is returned. It will compute the volume of the cube. Yeah. Next, if you see, that is box variable. Box variable we have seen. How many constructor you have seen? 4 constructors. One constructor takes the box object as parameter. Another constructor, it takes length, width, height. One more constructor that takes nothing, its default constructor. And one more constructor is to create a cube, that takes parameter length. And here we create a subclass called box weight that extends box. Okay, so we are creating one subclass box weight. It extends box, means box is the superclass, box weight is the subclass. And here we'll take one instance variable weight. Okay, and here we have one constructor same as in box. Here we have box weight constructor which also takes the same box object. And see here here box weight constructor. So what we have learnt about super keyword, when you are using super keyword, that is the first statement right in the constructor of the subclass. So that is what we are doing here. Okay, so in the subclass constructor, that is box weight object, box weight object is passed to this constructor. In that, what is the first statement we have written? Super ob. That means that calls the superclass object. So what is the parameter we passed? Object. That means the first constructor what we defined in the box class is called. Okay, so then that ob.weight is assigned to this box weight. Subclass weight parameter. What is the value is assigned to this parameter? The superclass object's weight is assigned to this subclass object weight. Yeah, so another parameter, another constructor here is box weight. What it takes parameters? W, H, D, M, all are of type double. It takes 4 parameters. And here also what we are doing now, instead of initializing all the values here, we are, because already in the superclass there is a constructor which initializes W, H, D. So we are reusing that. That is why we are calling super constructor, so that no need to initialize WHD values in this subclass. Those are same. Okay, so you can access WHD values from there, and extra what is the variable M. We are assigning M to subclass instance variable weight. Okay, that way you can use super keyword. Instead of writing the code again for initializing WHD, we are calling superclass constructor. That constructor initializes WHD values, and M value is initialized here in this constructor. And also this subclass has one default constructor. Here also we are calling super, and weight is equal to -1. That means nothing is initialized. And in the box class also we have seen box constructor when a cube is created. So there we have just passed one parameter, that is length, but here we are passing length and M. So again we are calling superclass constructor that initializes width, height, length is equal to whatever we are passing the parameter to, and M is assigned to weight. So length is assigned to, all are same, length is assigned to width, height, length. Here extra weight is there. Okay, that part we have initialized in base class object. Yeah, so next thing is we have created a subclass, we have created superclass, and now we are writing main method. So what is the class? Demo super is our main class. Main method is defined in demo super. So here what we are doing, we have created 5 objects of subclass: my box 1, my box 2, my box 3, my cube, my clone. So here we have created 3 box objects and 1 cube. One more is my clone. So if you take first statement in the main method, box weight my box 1 is equal to box weight. How many parameters we have passed? Length, width, height and weight. Okay, and box 2 also. So there are 3 boxes. Okay, box 1 has so much length, width, height and weight. Box 2 has length, width, height, whatever we have passed 4 parameters, and my box 3 is, so it is just created. Okay, no values are initialized. That is the default. And my cube is taking 2. So these are all of subclass method, subclass constructor. In the subclass, superclass constructor is called. That means these values are from both the superclass as well as subclass. So that way it shows inheritance. Box weight my clone is equal to new box weight. We are passing box object. So which box object we are passing? My box 1. So we are cloning it, we are copying it. What we are doing? My box 1 and my clone are the same type of boxes. And here one variable is declared double, and volume is equal to, which box volume we are finding out now? My box 1, first box dot volume. So system dot out dot println volume of my box 1 is volume. What is the volume method does? Volume is length into breadth into height. Okay, if you see the volume method, whatever it is written, it is executed. of for which object? My box 1 object. And also we are now printing out the weight of my box 1, means my box 1 dot weight. Okay, and yeah, so system dot out dot println, just it will print out the, okay, it will print nothing. So what we have learned? Yeah, there is some more extension to this program. We'll see that. We'll go to next. And volume is equal to my box 2 dot volume. See here, my box 3 dot volume, my clone dot volume. So we are finding each and every object's volumes. Okay, so what are the parameters? L, B, H, weight, everything we know. Okay, so volume comes from the first 3 parameters and weight is the last parameter. Okay, so that is what we are doing here. We are finding out the all the 3 boxes and also the my clone object also. Yeah, so see the output. Whatever, see, first box volume should be 10 into 20 into 15. That means should be 3000. And what is the weight of box 1? 34.3. Last parameter is weight. And if you see the my box 2 volume, 2 into 3 into 4 means 24. And weight of my box 2 is 0.076. And volume of my box 3 is, see here, just new box weight. So the what it will print just -1. Weight of my box is also -1. And next print statement, if you see here, my clone volume. My clone volume is same as my box 1. So 3000 is the volume and weight is 34.3. And what about cube volume? Cube is, we are finding out the cube of which cube object, my cube object. Yeah, see here, my cube dot volume. So my cube object takes, what are the parameters? 3, 2. Okay, what is the volume function will do? 3 into 3 into 3. 3 is the length, width, height are of same, and 2 is the last parameter we passed, that is weight. So my cube, see here, my cube dot volume, what it will print? It takes 3, 2 as parameters. That means 3 means L is equal to 3, B is equal to 3, H is equal to 3, same. Okay, that is assigned in super class. Using super keyword, that initialization has come. And 2 is the base class. In the subclass we have initialized it. So volume is 3 into 3 into 3 and weight is 2. Okay, so that is the output of this program. Okay, so in this program what we have understood is, there is a super keyword to refer to the superclass constructor. Okay, so super means we are referring it to superclass. So we have seen the usage of superclass in this example. There is a subclass, superclass, and in the subclass, and there is a rule that in the subclass, if you want to refer a superclass in the program, in the subclass program, you need to write the first statement, that is of super constructor statement. to call the superclass constructor, what the statement we write, that we have to write it in the subclass constructor if at all we want to use super keyword. Okay, so using that, what is the advantage we have seen is using super, instead of reinitializing the values, we have used the code in the superclass. That code is used to initialize certain instance variables. So in the subclass, there is no need to create, there is no need to initialize again. Okay, so that is what we have learned about superclass and super keyword. And also, how to access hidden members of superclass. The one other advantage is accessing hidden members of superclass. So how to access hidden members. Second form of superclass refers to the superclass of the subclass in which it is used. Okay, so superclass refers to the superclass of the subclass in which it is used. For example, if we say super.member, here the member can be either method or instance variable. This form of super is most applicable to member names of a subclass to access hidden members by the same name in the superclass. So suppose if there are variables which have the same name in subclass and superclass. So in the subclass, if you want to access means, if you just say that particular variable, compiler will know that only subclass variable. Okay, it will access only subclass variable. But we have to say explicitly that if the two variables have same name in both the superclass and subclass, we have to explicitly mention super keyword to access superclass members. If you see the example program, so what is this program? Using super to overcome name hiding. So there is a class superclass, class A, and instance variable is int I. Now we have created class B, okay, that extends A. That means B is inherited from A. Okay. So here also there is same instance variable, int I. See here in the superclass also we have same variable name I. Here in the subclass there is a constructor which takes both two parameters, int A, int B. So if you want to access superclass instance variable which has the same name as subclass instance variable, so how we will call that superclass instance variable? That means whatever we are passing the parameters, that in that A parameter is assigned to superclass member, and second statement is B is equal to I. If we say super.I, that is superclass I, and just simple I means subclass I. Okay, that is about super keyword, which is very important in inheritance. We use the keyword super in inheritance. So we have seen the two advantages of super keyword. One is to access the superclass constructor, and if you want to call superclass constructor, that statement, the calling of superclass constructor statement should be written as the first statement in the subclass constructor. And another use of super keyword is that is used to access hidden member of superclass. So this situation comes whenever there is two variables, like super one instance variable which has same name. Okay, so if in the superclass there is a variable with the same name, and in the subclass there is a variable with the same name, in that case we need to use super keyword to access member of superclass explicitly. If you say just that member variable, we can just use that variable without using super. But if we are using super keyword to access superclass member, so that particular member is so that means here super keyword hides the uh, that will access the hidden variable. Okay, so yeah, we can say super keyword is used to overcome the name hiding. Okay, yeah, so that is today's topic, that is super keyword which we use in inheritance. Okay, yeah, that is for today. We'll see more of inheritance in the next class.